Manoj, so good to see you, Manoj. How are you, my friend? Manoj says, agree with Leo. Yeah, Manoj, you and Leo are correct, right? So for those of you guys that don't know, write this down. If you're new to NLP, right? Write this down. Token, because I asked this on interviews, and I've seen other people ask this. What is tokenization? Tokenization is the process of taking words and converting them to a numeric value that can then be understood by models, right? Because you can't put in the word dog into a model that we just agreed is mathematical representation of the brain. So you have to go through a tokenization step to take the word dog, assign it a numerical value, and then you put that into your model, right? That's really important. And what we're really talking about is we're talking about data pre-processing. Not cleaning, but data pre-processing. Where sometimes, even after cleaning and all that preparation, you have to work with your data to get it ready for neural networks. So who was it? Soborno. So Soborno is talking about the same thing. Except in image processing, you don't need to do that, right? Because image processing does have numerical values, but in most cases, it's going to have more than one numerical value per pixel, right? Each pixel, in most cases, has an RGB value. And an RGB value is composed of 3 numbers. Or sometimes 4, right? If it's RGBA, I think it is, right? But the whole point is that you have to go through that pre-processing in order to be able to use it in neural networks. Because again, you can't multiply the word dog by a value, by a numerical factor, like, or a numerical weight, right? Yabba says like dummy variables for categorical variables. Yes. Yabba that's not a bad parallel, except that you can have so many more of them, right? Because, like, for example, tokenization involves using what's known as a dictionary in NLP. And a dictionary would kind of be like the same lookup as dummy variables, except there's a lot of them, right? In the English language, it's accepted that there's about 20,000 words that are commonly used. So that's about the size of most dictionaries you're going to find out there, right? 20,000, 30,000 words, something like this. So yes, you're on the right track, but it's just a lot more than what you would use in any sort of categorical variable situation. Okay. Rosendo says, learn tokenization in my current class, but makes a lot of sense talking enough. I appreciate that, Rosendo. Yeah, this is why I do these things, right? Because nobody else does this, right? Every neural network tutorial you're gonna find on YouTube starts with, so open up your Python editor and let's talk about PyTorch. Well, that's stupid, right? Because that's not teaching you neural networks, right? So, that's kind of why I want to do this in this session today. We're just talking things out, guys. We're just talking things out, right? And we're taking some of that mystery out too. Okay.